what's going on to all of my Aquarians out there. So please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. Please make sure to get this book at BarnesandNoble.com, right? That's my name on the bottom there. Would really appreciate it if you did. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, you can do so. Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. My email, like I said, the email address, Kareemspiritworks, as well as the prices are in the description box below. Yes, I did raise the price because I'm getting better and I don't want to interact with crazy individuals who, you know, the lights are on, but no one is home, if you catch my drift. So let's get into it. So I'm using Rider-Waite Tarot deck to lay out the cards, Halloween Tarot to clarify. Oh yeah, by the way, I got myself new headphones. Let me know what you think of these new headphones, because as I said before, I am upgrading the quality of this YouTube channel so that your experience, as well as my experience, can be a lot more enjoyable. Let me know what you think of the intro and the outro as well. Since I started to upgrade that, right? I want people to come over to my YouTube channel and they, you know, not only do they get the message, but they understand, hey, this person's YouTube channel is a lot of fun. You know, it's actually something exciting to see. So the cards that I come up with for the Aquarians are the Four of Pentacles. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Magician, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Death card. So the Four of Swords, the Hangman, Three of Cups, King of Wands, and last but not least, you have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is for Aquarius, if you couldn't tell by the millionth time that I said that, but it is what it is. So what I'm seeing here so far is, I'm seeing how a lot of you Aquarians may have been trying to get to know someone, but this person is very difficult to get to know you because, again, just as I started talking about, because now if you've been paying attention, we're getting into more deeper and deeper aspects of the game. I'm not just going to get stuck on saying all the time, everybody needs to cut off these games and stuff like this. Yes, I am going to say that, but, right, especially when I know that a reading is like kind of crazy and dysfunctional, but I'm starting to break down as to why that is and start to get into more nuances so that your mind is going to keep expanding. And I'm going to keep breaking down more nuances of the game because I live in New York City. There's 16 plus million people who live in New York City. I have a lot of experience in dating, right? And each and every single one of my failures have taught me a lesson, as well as my small victories have taught me a lesson. Or lessons, right? Plural, more than one. And so let's go through it. So the Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, okay, Page of Wands. You're trying to make something work, okay? You're really trying to go after this person. And if you see it, look at how you are compared to them. This is you trying to come at them. The Nine of Wands is them trying to make it seem as if they already have anything. They don't need you around, right? Low-key scared of you. They don't want you around, all that type of stuff. So the Eight of Swords now represents how it is. The Eight of Swords now represents how this person is also scared to hang out with you, scared to be with you. Why? Because they're overly suspicious. Part of the reason why it is that everybody needs to stop playing these games is because there really is no winner. And that's the catch-22, or that's the con of the game. Even the people who think that they won something, if they live their entire life playing a game always on, non-stop, they lose. Because number one, game is only meant to be implemented on your enemies. Number two, game is meant to be a short-term thing that's implemented on your enemies, meaning that at some point you're going to have to learn to trust someone and be honest and not run game on that person. Otherwise, you'll end up losing good people who are actually in your corner and want to see you win, trying to play games. So, in every area of life, whether it's work, friendship, relationship, family, and you're going to find yourself hanging yourself out to dry like clothes a lot. And see, that's the games also comes from the paranoia, because when people play games, especially, and they bring those types of games into the dating arena, most people don't seem to understand that games is really meant to be implemented in times of war. You're trying to get your enemy, or a person who is in opposition, or a person whom you are trying to destroy because they are an enemy to you, to doubt themselves. You're playing psychological tactics on them so that way they get to doubt their choices, doubt themselves, and they become less competent as a person who is making their own decisions. Therefore, they essentially just give up and let you get whatever it is that you want. That is the premise of the art of war. Is to get the person to start doubting themselves, because you're using the person's ego against them. The ego will start questioning them, and they'll start getting into this battle internally with themselves. Hello? So the thing is that the magician and the Five of Swords, the magician represents, it's up to you to figure out if you're going to continue to chase this person. And the Five of Swords represents this person is fighting you down left and right, trying to get you to chase after them over and over and over and over and over again. And the Ten of Swords represents how this is just starting to exhaust you. If it hasn't already, it will exhaust you more and more the more you keep trying to really chase after this person, because this person is too scared to be with not just you, but with anybody in general, but especially with you, especially since you're not running game. See, how crazy the game is that people who are not running game is the type of people that people who are running game on are the most afraid of, because people spend so much time running game on other people. When you come straight forward and you say, hey, listen, this is what it is that I want, I'm not running game, people's own paranoia starts kicking in. They start thinking about, oh my gosh, is this person really running game on me, or is this person really serious when they say that they're not? But again, it's that inner fight where it's, what kind of game are you playing? Because everybody is out here playing games. No, not everybody. I don't play games. So the thing is that the Death card represents how. So a lot of you Aquarians are like, okay, you've made up your mind. Okay, freak it. You're not gonna speak to them anymore. You're done with this person, because this person keeps fighting you down, and a lot of you Aquarians are not trying to fight this person to be with them. You know, they're trying to fight you not to be with them. A lot of you Aquarians are going to let them do what it is that they need to. So the Four of Swords, the Hangman, and the Three of Cups represents how it is that a lot of the times, too, as you're walking off, these people are going to think that they're winning something. As I said before, they're winning something by letting you walk off, like, oh, yes, finally, this Aquarius stopped chasing after me. This Aquarius stopped trying to hang out with me. Oh, yes, you know, I actually beat this person at their own game. And then the thing is that the Hangman mixed with the Four of Swords mixed with the Hangman, they're going to have some time to actually think about the craziness that they've done. And the Three of Cups comes up. They're going to try to somehow reconciliate or apologize, or somehow try to get you back. Like, wait, now that I think about it, was this person really trying to play games with me? It's that paranoia. And then the King of Wands and the Page of Cups represents how, so expect to hear this person soon. You know, it's not like the Six of Cups where the two of you actually took like some sort of considerable break from each other, and then now it seems like all of a sudden to you, out of the blue, this person is hitting you up now. You know what I mean? Let's clarify the Page of Cups. You have the Seven of Bats, the World, the Seven of Ghosts. So in other words, Seven of Wands, the World, Seven of Cups. Yeah, this person is still a little bit paranoid. But they see, let me show you. This person's still a little bit paranoid, but they see you doing so much better without them. And they're like, wow, I guess this person wasn't playing a game. But the Seven of Cups represents if they try to get you back, then they're still gonna be on some ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, still playing games, because they're still too paranoid. You know, they may not ever get over this paranoia that they have. And what's creating that paranoia? Their ego. You know, their huge ego. You know, and the thing is that people are so crisscross and confused. They're actually thinking the worst about themselves and the world as they are perceiving it, not even realizing how idiotic they sound. I can't believe this person likes me, right? Like I've been in that situation too personally. You know what I mean? You know, interacting with some of these people who I am attracted to. And I'm telling them straight out, hey, listen, I'm a build. Oh, word, you speak Arabic? Okay, I'm Moorish, and maybe we could study Arabic together. You know, and come to find out, we actually have a lot in common. And you know, you're trying to set up something in the future with this person, and this person is thinking, this person's like, hey, I'll hit you up tomorrow, call you tomorrow, and they don't, because you realize. Because somewhere along the lines, the more you know about game is the more you are able to tap into other people's minds, what they're thinking. And they're sitting up there thinking to themselves, there's no way this person is really interested in me. What kind of game was this person trying to play? Not even realizing, if you were paying attention, I told you I wanted to get to know you before you even invested anything. In order to run game on you, I have to get you to give up I have to get you to give up something to me more, and continue to invest more and more in me, and then pull the rug from up underneath you, and then continue to do that. That's the game. Convince you that you should invest in me, and then take away what it is that I presented to you, and then make it seem as if you're an idiot for taking the bait. It's bait and switch. That's what game is. So if I tell you that I'm not trying to bait and switch you before you even invested anything, and before the person invested anything, what game is the person particularly running? And a lot of times people are not really paying attention. People are not really able to get themselves out of that psychological mind freak. They think this person is immediately running game. Like, oh, okay, I'm immediately caught up in the genjutsu. I'm immediately caught up in the suigetsu, you know, the soka, the suigetsu type stuff. You know what I mean? Illusion, right? And they're not even realizing that they're essentially screwing themselves over with the game mentality, as opposed to just not playing games. And don't be too worried about it. Unless you're bankrupt, the person is trying to come to do something, some sort of bodily harm to you, your loved ones, you're in some sort of real danger. The only person who's causing their own self-destruction and pain is yourself, because you think this game exists in that sense. But in actuality, it doesn't. It's only supposed to be implemented short-term in two enemies. So let's clarify the Three of Cups. The Two of Bats, the King of Bats, the Hierophant. So Two of Swords, King of Swords, the Hierophant. So yeah, so this person wants to now start doing right by you, now when things may be a little bit too late. Could be a water sign. And you know, Aquarians are starting to wake up and be like, okay, why is it that This person really only wants to do right with me when it's a little bit too late. And the answer is because they're terribly insecure and they're running game on themselves. You want a person to essentially hang themselves out to dry like clothes. Be honest with them. Hey, I like you. I want to get to know you slowly because I don't really want to scare you off, because I know how most people are scared to get themselves in a relationship and all this game is running out here. I don't want to play a game with you. I really do like you. I really do want to get to know you. And if things don't necessarily work out between the two of us, I'm okay with that. See how fast they run. Because now they start hanging themselves out to dry. I can't believe this person did this. What did this person mean by this? Maybe the thing that the person just told you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Two of Swords, them being superly still defensive. They say that they're interested in you and they're trying to get you back, but in actuality, they're still defensive. Nothing has changed. The King of Swords, they're still overly vigilant to see if you're running any kind of game. And the Hierophant, trying to play as if that somehow they've actually changed. They've implemented some change for you Aquarians. They've learned their lesson. They haven't learned anything, man. They still just as paranoid as ever. Let's clarify the Death card, right? So you have the Hierophant. Okay. No, excuse me, not the Hierophant. The Emperor. Excuse me, the Emperor. They just look a lot alike, right? Same archetype in that sense. But the Emperor, Strength, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. 3 major arcana in a row. To clarify another major arcana, which is the Death card. So this is you showing some form of self-respect after you by leaving that person, because a lot of you Aquarians are not going to put up with someone whom you're trying to really get to know. Make it seem as if like you're the one running game and there's something wrong with you, when you're just trying to be straightforward and honest with this person. The Strength card, again, this person, look, the Leo and the Tamer. The Tamer represents the them, okay, and the Strength card the Tamer represents them, and the Lion represents their ego, and what it's trying to. Let me turn off this so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So it's trying to show you that this person is a cowardly lion. What do I mean? This person. This not only this person whom you're dating, but also it's trying to show you in the bigger scheme of things, the ego is the cowardly lion, right? Look at it. It's a lion. It's cowardly. This thing is crying. Look at it. It's crying. And crying on the inside. And the Wheel of Fortune just represents how a lot of you Aquarians have to see it for what it is, and don't start internally doubting yourselves to where you're like, am I really doing the right thing, or does this person have a point? No, they don't have a point. That's the whole point of game in the first place. That's the whole point of game in the first place. That's the whole point of the game overall in the first place. It's self-doubt and disbelief and a lack of trust, right? Disbelief comes from a lack of trust. The belief doesn't exist. Something either works or it doesn't. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.